Last year I started the Minecraft world I always wanted, a combination of the create mod and some quality of life mods that enabled me to create a giant world connected with boats, trains, planes and automobiles, and I loved it. But it got a bit laggy as time went on because I had no idea at the time how to use create, I used way too many belts, and I kept nearly every build I made permanently loaded with chunk loaders. Turns out that wasn't a very good move. And today we embark on a brand new Minecraft journey, hopefully one with less lag issues this time. So let's take a quick look at the key mods we're going to be using in Perfect World 2. First up, of course, we have Create, an industrialization mod that brings movement, conveyor belts, steam power, trains, and a whole lot more to the world of Minecraft. And it's a mod I've absolutely fallen in love with. Alongside that, we also have sophisticated backpacks to help with inventory management, storage drawers to make mass storage much easier to handle, Farmer's Delight to add a whole bunch of new crops and add some variety to our diets, as well as Aquaculture 2 and Naturalist to bring more wildlife into the world without adding OP gear like in the last world. No more Alex's mobs here. There's also a bunch of smaller detail mods such as supplementaries, straw statues, and a whole lot more so we can inject more life into the world. But I don't want to spoil all the surprises, so we'll discover and make use of those as the series goes on. And of course, if you do want to play along, the Perfect World 2 pack is also available to download via Curseforge. There should be a link in the description. But that's enough about the new pack. Let's jump in and get started. I'm so excited for this.
It's gonna be great, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be great.
Well, this is it. We've just spawned into our brand new world and... oh, is that a boat? That's very, very handy. Let's have a quick look and see what we've got there. But we appear to be on some kind of a beach, and we're not using large biomes this time, which, yeah, that would turn out not to be the best idea. It did cause me quite a lot of headaches last time, but anyway, let's see what we've got going on in this boat here. Oh, look at that. A bit of food, some rope and some trousers. Good start. But it would appear that's about it. So I think the first things for us to do will probably be to punch some trees, get a few basic tools, and while we do that, we're going to play some funky music. Ooh, look at that. There's a butterfly. But I've got a few basic tools, I've got some wood, and I think what I want to do is maybe try and find a village, just get some early game loot, and pretty much somewhere to rest my head for the night, because when it does get dark, I don't want to get killed straight away. This doesn't look good. Run away! Well, it seems to have already gotten dark, so I'm just going to hide on this tree and cook myself up some food. Well, it wasn't the best start. We got chased by creepers, but we have finally made it to a village. I just want to have a little look around, see if there's anything here for us to steal. Not really. Well, this village doesn't have too much laying around, but I think we're going to take this wheat. This is definitely going to be handy, and I might just use this place as a... what is that? It's running away. What is it? Oh, it's a lizard. He's cute. Look at him waggling away. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, wheat, food. This will definitely do as a start. And I think what I might do is just adopt one of these houses as our little temporary shelter. So at least then we'll have somewhere to come back to, somewhere to rest our weary heads, and basically somewhere to dump all the stuff that's in my inventory. It's quite full already. Let's just take one of these nice big houses like this one. Yep, this will do. Let's just clear a little bit more space around here. Get our furnace and a crafting table down, and I need a bed. Let's go steal a bed from someone. Excuse me, sir, do you have a... nope, you don't have a bed. Is there a bed in here? There is. Right, we'll steal that for now. Then we'll just get a few chests down as well and get to storing some stuff. We've got a much clearer looking inventory. What I'm going to do now is chop down a few trees, get ourselves some coal. I think we should go on a mini mining mission, try and get ourselves some iron. I mean, I suppose there are other ways to get iron. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry! But you're made of stuff I want. And we got 5 pieces, look at that. That means we can make ourselves a slightly nicer pickaxe for this mining mission. So let's get some coal on the go. Make ourselves a pickaxe. Right, I've got a whole bunch of torches, a whole bunch of pickaxes, including an iron one should we find anything exceptionally shiny. I think it's time we just go do a little bit of digging. But it's just occurred to me I'm going to have much more luck finding iron if I actually go higher as opposed to lower, because everything changed, didn't it? Although it did actually change quite a while ago. You'd think I would have remembered that. So far, all this digging, a little bit of a cave dive and a tiny mine shaft, we've only managed to get ourselves 6 raw iron, and that's no good for anything. We're going to want a lot more than that, so let's quickly offload and maybe go on a walkie adventure instead. It'd be nice if we could find some mountains or something somewhere. But before we go, I am going to make myself a shield and a helmet, just for a little bit more protection. Right, adventure time. We just need a nice big cave or some mountains. I'll be happy with either. And there's actually a cave right here. Let's have a quick look. Woo! That's going to be tough to get down, though there is some iron there. What do we got down here? More iron, I can see that. Why is everything so deep and steep? I just want a nice chill cave to go and explore. Is it too much to ask? Oh my days, that spider looks terrifying. Oh dear. Okay, so the mining mission is not going too well so far. Wonder if I can make my way over there and get my stuff back. Onwards! Oh, there's a bear. Let's keep our distance, I think. Right, so our stuff is just down here. Can we maybe drop down on this? Sketchy. Ow! No, don't shoot me again! So, if I can lure all these zombies over this way... Yep, that's it. Keep coming away from my body. And hopefully I can run around this way and grab all my stuff. Oh, I can't run anymore. That's not going to help. Go, 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 go. Let's just move away, eat some food, and deal with these well-dressed zombies. All right, we're temporarily safe. Let's heal up and try and grab a little bit more iron before we head back. Oh. That's not ideal. This cave is way too dangerous for me right now. Maybe I should actually make some iron armor. But I can't do that because I have no wood, so I can't make a crafting bench. Huh. So maybe I should be sensible and actually go get some wood and sort it out that way. This place is way too dangerous for me right now. In fact, something else I want to do is try and get myself a backpack. And I think we've got enough leather. We've killed a few cows. Yeah, 6 leather. That should be enough. I just need to go home, grab some string that we got out of the mine, and hopefully I'll be able to carry more stuff. Oh, it's the bear again. Hey, buddy. Oh, and another one. Hey, aggressive. Oh. Nope, they don't seem too aggressive. Okay, good to know. That's an arrow that just shot past me. These skellies, honestly, so painful. All right, just a little bit further to go. I know for a fact that that thing is kind of in between the village where we're living and where we are now. So we should just be able to jump in the water and make our getaway. If I don't die from fall damage first. Ah, safe and sound. Let's cook up the iron and have a nap. Get out of my bed. Ah, what a lovely day. A lovely day, hopefully, to make a backpack. And there we go. Oh, that makes me so happy. And hopefully, we can actually upgrade that as well. Yep, definitely worth doing. And now we have all that space for storage. Oh, that makes me incredibly happy. Now we've got this, I need to prepare for my next adventure. And the first part of that is to make one of these, a tool swapper. Although I don't think I have the string for that, so that might have to wait. So we're going to get this iron cooked up. We're going to cook up a bunch of food. Because what I think I want to do is just build a small little place and give this guy his house back. And I've got a bit of an idea, and I think we're just going to build something out here on the water. And hopefully that will give us somewhere to store all of our stuff, and then we can pack it up as a contraption and move it when we actually decide where we want to base, which isn't going to be here. Certainly not going to be here. But in order to do this build, I'm going to need a whole lot more resources than what I currently have available, which means we are going to need to go on another adventure, and we're going to need to try and find some biomes we've not actually discovered yet. Primarily, a savanna. I think I really want some acacia wood for this build. But as well as acacia, I'd like to try and get myself some terracotta, which if we can't find a mesa, we'll just use clay, but I'm hoping we can find a mesa if we at least find a savanna. But I'm also going to need a jungle, I'm going to need spruce, pretty much all the wood types. Definitely going to need all the wood types. So we've got our work cut out for us. In fact, can I make myself a nature's compass? I think that might be worth doing. There's a tiny bit of redstone here. So let's make ourselves a compass, grab some saplings, and what else do we need? Just a few logs. That's easy enough. And there we go, one nature's compass. That's going to help us locate the biomes we actually need so we can get the stuff we want. The downside is I don't think I've actually got myself enough iron to make a full set of armor. Have I? Oh, no, I have. Just about. I've only got 2 pieces left, though, which means I can't have any fancy tools. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's find out how far away it is going to be for me to find a Badlands. Okay, not too far. It's about 3,000 blocks in that direction. So I think it makes sense to start there, and hopefully we can... Oh, actually, thinking about it, I'm going to grab myself a sleeping bag. Let's just steal the white wool from the middle of each of these and do that. That means we can actually sleep without losing our spawn point. That's going to be very handy indeed. And now we're ready to go. So hopefully we can find a savannah and maybe even a jungle on the way. That'd be nice. And a bit of dark oak too would be very good, because then at least we'll have all of the different woods covered. But let's go, see what we can find. What's that? Is that a snake? There is a snake. Very cool. And it looks like there's another village up ahead as well. Maybe we could spend the night there. The sun's going down already. And it's already raining as well. Well, this looks like a good-sized village, and it has lots more wheat, which is good because we're almost out of bread. Right, let's quickly steal everything we can get our grubby little mitts on. Well, we didn't do too badly out of that. We got a bunch of food. I stole a stone cutter. We got our first diamond. And, yeah, we found a few extra tools and things as well, which, considering I've just made armor, isn't particularly useful, but whatever. And I think we're going to take these flax seeds as well, because if I remember correctly, we can actually grow those to get string, and that's going to help us upgrade our backpack. Anyway, thank you, village. You've been kind to me, but I've got places to go. This direction, apparently. And while we're rowing across this ocean, let's have a little chat about the plans for this season. So I do have a big project in mind, a very big project, in fact, and it's going to be very different to what we did last season. I've got a bunch of new mods in here that we've not got into yet that are going to help me achieve what I want to, but I'm not quite ready to reveal my major plans yet. And I did mention it at the start, but this pack is available on Curseforge for anyone that wants to play along, and the world seed is on screen now, so if you do want to play in the same world, you can also do that. But I think in a few episodes, once I've got myself a bit better situated and we've got the things that we need, then I'll reveal my master plan, which I'm incredibly excited about. I've actually just got back from a... Wait a minute, is that a savannah? Think it is. But I have actually just got back from an 8-day research trip for this series, and I'm very excited to actually make a start on the buildings. We're going to be trying to do something that I've never done before, so it should be quite fun. So if you do want to make sure that you don't miss an episode and you follow along with the series, do of course hit that big subscribe button. That way you're unlikely to miss any episodes and you can join me on this journey. Now, let's grab ourselves some acacia. Oh, look at that, there's a zebra. That's awesome. And a rhino. But while we're here, let's have a little look around, see if there's anything else that might be useful. What's that? What is that? Oh, okay. It's a sign. 1,000 blocks that way. That's where we've just come from. Oh, is that pointing to the village, maybe? I think it might be, you know. But look at this camera mod. I can do loads of cool stuff. And look at this. There's actually mud around here as well. That's cool. Anyway, we're getting distracted. It doesn't look like there's anything else here that's actually going to be useful to us. And looking around the island, I can't see any of the other biomes we're after. Look at those bright red birds. Stop getting distracted, Beardy. We've got places to go and terracotta to mine. Easy now, Mr. Rhino. You can leave me alone. Oh, hello. Is that a jungle over there I see? I think it is. And look at that. Our mesa's just there as well. Oh, this is good. I forgot how close stuff can be when you're not playing on large biomes. This makes me very happy. Ooh, and look at all the different fish. That's cool. So let's grab some jungle wood. My axe broke. Not a problem. We can quickly make a new one. And we only got one jungle sapling from that, so I guess we're going to chop down a few more trees. Well, I have to say, the drop rate on these jungle saplings is appalling. We've managed to get 8, but it's used up our entire axe. On the plus side, we do have almost 2 stacks of jungle wood, so it's not all bad. Is that an actual duck? It is. You drop food? Raw duck. Ooh. Tasty. We're having duck tonight. I'll tell you what, if I want more iron, that's the place to go to get it. This is much more like it. Loads of iron. What's that? That's a snail? We'll have to go say hello to them in a minute. With my sword. Oh. A ram. Looking pretty cool there. I have to say, I'm loving all the new wildlife we're stumbling across. Although I assume that's just a different texture for the sheep, right? Yes, he's just a sheep. Oh, he is very cool. I like the snail. Does the snail drop anything tasty? Oh, no, he just hides when I get near. Oh, now I feel bad. Slightly. Just a little bit. Not massively. But now we know they don't drop anything, we can leave all the other snails unharmed. Although we should probably make sure. Yeah, they definitely don't drop anything. Well, that'll probably do it for iron. We've got over a stack now, so that's definitely going to tide us over, which is good, because my pickaxe is almost dead, and we're about to go mine lots of terracotta, which means I'm definitely going to need to make a new one. Let's just see if I can safely... Oh, get over there. Ooh, melon. Yeah, we'll take one of them too. And a bit of bamboo. Yep, we'll take some of that as well. And here we are, the mesa. I'm just going to grab a small variety of colours, maybe like a couple of stacks of each colour that I can see, and that probably tide us over for now. Hopefully, maybe, who knows. As I say, I do have a plan, but it's a very rough plan, which means I have no idea how much of each thing I'm going to need. Or if I'm even going to use it all, to be fair. Time for some digging. I've done a whole lot of mining and filled up on terracotta. I've also raided a couple of the mine carts around here. We've got a couple of mines lurking about, and I've managed to blag myself an extra backpack. So I think what I'm also going to do while I'm here is try and get myself some gold, because then we can do some more backpack upgrades. And in fact, I can also get some string as well, which is going to be handy. Now let's see if we can find a nice cave to get some gold. This one's looking promising. Oh geez, why are all the caves so vertical on this world? There's got to be some gold around here somewhere. Oh, well, there's a tiny bit. Literally 2 pieces, not ideal. Who'd have thought it'd be so hard to find gold in a mesa? Jeez. I think I'm going to get briefly distracted again and grab myself some sand while I'm here. I'm probably going to need it. That should be enough sand. Let's get back to the gold hunting. Oh, hello. There's a temple over there. That'll probably have some gold in it. We've got a portal right here. And, oh, Gapple, we'll take that. Getting so distracted here, but if we can get some gold out of the temple, then, well, that'll be a good thing because, yep, still really want some gold. I'm a bit embarrassed. I haven't been able to find much in the mesa. Alrighty, let's see what's going on in here. Any bads? Doesn't look like it. Let's play it safe and remove all this TNT, just in case something does drop down on us. Well, it's pretty much just bones and sand in there. No gold whatsoever. Back to the mesa we go. Look at that. We've got a tortoise. Not going to kill him. I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to kill him. We'll take these tomato seeds, though. Have another mesa cave. And, oh, look at that. We've actually got some gold. Wonderful. Yoink. But that was yet another tiny cave with only 4 pieces of gold in. The worst mesa ever. Ooh, bigger cave. Many gold. Excellent. Finally. Ah! Oh, he's got a backpack. Wonder if I can steal that. No. No, I can't. Look at you and your dungarees. Get out of it. Oh, I did get the backpack. Good stuff. More storage. Oh, there's an elephant. Getting flashbacks of last season. I think I'm going to avoid the elephants. Pickles, no! But I do think it is time I left the mesa. We're not having much luck finding gold. I've managed to get, what's that, 38 pieces? It's enough to upgrade my bag, so that'll do for now, I guess. But I've got almost 3 backpacks full of stuff, so we should probably go back and actually do a little bit of offloading and think about our starter base. Although, to be honest, it's not even really going to be a starter base. It's more just a temporary thing to put all of our stuff in that's not a villager's house. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. But I'll tell you what, I am going to grab some more of this zinc on the way, because this is going to come in handy. And look at that, we've actually made it back safe and sound without any incidents, which is rare, but I approve. Now let's sort out our inventory a little bit and, yeah, figure out what we're going to do for this build. And I'll tell you exactly what we're going to do, and that's actually go and get a few more resources, because I've made some decisions and I need some stuff I don't actually have yet. But before we do that, we're just going to click these buttons here and hide our armor so you can see my wonderful skin. Much nicer. And the main resource I want to go and get is some mangroves. So I should probably grab my nature's compass, find out where a mangrove swamp is. 5,000 blocks, are you kidding me? Oh geez, we're gonna be gone for a while. So with that in mind, I best prepare. The first thing I want to do is get myself a little bit of gold so we can upgrade our backpack. And in fact, thanks to that mine, we've also got some string, which means we can do some backpack upgrades. Well, I think I'm also going to need some iron for that, so we're going to get that cooking up as well. And we're going to make ourselves a couple of these. We've only got 2 bits of leather, though, so we've got to be very picky about what ones we take. And I think a built-in crafting table is going to be a good idea, and maybe just a tool swapper for now. So let's upgrade our backpack to gold. That's going to give us a whole bunch more slots. Yes, look at that. Wonderful. We're going to make a couple of these upgrade bases. Make a tool swapper upgrade. And then we need a crafting table and a chest. So one of those. One of those, and one of them. So now that means we always have a crafting table on us, which is amazing, and the tool swapper basically means whenever we have tools in our backpack, so for example these 4, let's chuck those in there. And if I take an axe and go to swing at this dirt, you'll see it swaps out to my shovel. And then if I go to attack the wood, it will switch to the axe, this will switch to the pickaxe, and so on. And that basically just means we only need to use 1 slot in our hotbar for managing all our tools, which is exactly what we want. So now we've got a much better backpack, there's something else we're going to need if we're going to go chop down mangrove, because, well, mangrove is very, very annoying to chop. But this is a create series, so maybe it's about time we do some create stuff, and there's a couple of things we're going to want to make. And for that, I'm going to need some andesite, but I don't really have much. I'm probably going to need more than that. So let's jump down here. We've probably found a pocket at some point around here. Come on, just a little bit of andesite. That's all we want. Aha, there we go. That should do just fine. And what we want to make is a mechanical saw, which means we're going to need to flatten some iron. To get that, we need a press. So we need a block of iron, andesite casing, and a shaft. So if we just do this, we can get ourselves a little bit of andesite alloy. We'll strip a few logs. We'll get ourselves some andesite casing. And look at that. We've advanced into the andesite age. Wonderful. Gonna need an iron block, a little bit more andesite alloy so we can make ourselves a shaft. Then that's gonna give us our mechanical press. And we'll also make a depot. Let's just chuck this in this corner for now. That should be fine. But of course, we don't have power right now, so we need a hand crank. Easily done. Then we'll flatten some iron. That's going to give us the 3 iron sheets we need, and we should now be able to make a mechanical saw. Yes, look at that, there we go. Let's grab ourselves another hand crank as well. And what we can do with the mechanical saw, and this is one of the reasons I absolutely love Create, especially in the early game, is if we plonk this down here up against this tree, so you have to crouch click it to make it face the right direction, and then crank away at this, what it'll do is remove the entire tree in one hit. And that's great for mangrove, because you can actually just do that to one of the mangrove roots, and it removes the whole mangrove tree, which basically saves a whole lot of hassle trying to find all the wood within all the leaves, because those trees are really weird. And that means this is going to save us a whole bunch of time. And to save even more time, we should probably make a wrench as well, because then we'll be able to pick it up a lot quicker. So we just need a cog, and we need to flatten 3 gold sheets. Let's spin this again. And there's our wrench. And now whenever we place this, instead of breaking it with a pickaxe, which obviously takes time, we can just crouch click and instantly pick it up. Now before we head off, we should make sure we're fully fed, so we're going to have our duck. Tasty, tasty duck. But spinning a hand crank also uses up a whole lot of hunger, so I'm going to make lots and lots of bread to take with us. Chuck that in our backpack. You can hear music. Where's that coming from? Why is there music? Very faint, but I definitely heard it. How confusing. Especially considering I have music turned off. Anyway, we're getting distracted. I've got a 5,000 block journey to make to go get ourselves some mangrove. Cue the boating music. Oh, wait, I forgot my sleeping bag. That could be bad. Yoink. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take the saddle as well, just in case we find ourselves a horse. Because as we all know, I'm exceptionally good at looking after horses. Right, onwards. There's another tortoise. They don't drop anything either. And 5,000 blocks later, there it is, our mangrove swamp. Oh, and it's raining. Fantastic. But in theory, we should just be able to do this, do a little spinny, and look at that. We're going to get lots of mangrove wood. Or more accurately, we're going to get lots and lots of roots and the occasional bit of mangrove wood. But whatever, still better than chopping it all manually. Let's maybe try and get some of the ones that aren't in the water, though. Be a bit easier to pick up. Let's get chopping. Few minutes later and I've got plenty of mangrove logs. That should tide me over, and I think while I'm here I should probably grab a little bit of this mud as well. I mean, there's no reason not to, and it might come in handy. Oh, look at that, there's a giraffe. Oh, he's adorable. I'm assuming he's friendly too. He is. I really want to ride a giraffe. Can I put a saddle on that? I did bring one with me. Nope, but it was worth a try. Anyway, we're getting distracted. We've managed to get our mangrove wood. We've grabbed a bit of mud as well, but there's still one more thing I want. That is some dark oak. And there's one not too far away, about 1,000 blocks in this direction. I can handle that. Oh, lions. A whole pride of lions. I'm assuming they are aggressive. Let's avoid that. And it looks like we're going to be crossing another ocean to get here. There's a lot of water in this world. Oh, easy. Almost killed myself. And according to our compass, the dark oak should be just on the other side of this forest here. Oh, hello. We'll take this. And there it is. There's our dark oak. And with these ones, as long as I take out the 3 blocks at the base, I should just be able to do this. Wonderful. Let's quickly chop a bunch of these down. Alright, that should just about do it. We've got loads of stuff and things, and in fact I might grab a few of those flowers on the way just because we don't have any. But I think it's finally time to go back home and make a start on this build we want to do. Well, I've made it back to our borrowed house, I've emptied my inventory, and I'm pleased to say we've got lots and lots of stuff to build with. And yeah, I've got a loose plan of what we're going to do, and normally at this stage in any series I end up building myself a small tent, something that I just kind of use as a temporary base and then take down. However, this time we're going to do things a little bit differently, because as I've been traveling around I've discovered lots and lots of ocean. In fact, if we look at the map here, we've got lots of ocean around us, and that island there is looking very good for an area to actually build on, but we'll come back to that later. For now, what I want to do is actually build myself a boat instead of a tent. It's probably not going to be anything we'll use after the first couple of episodes, but I think it'll be nice to do something different from a tent this time. So we're going to make ourselves a small little houseboat out here, and for that, I'm going to start with some dark oak and mark out a frame. Now, the inspiration for this build is actually coming from a build I did at the start of Truly Bedrock Season 5, where I built myself a little houseboat, but I'm not going to be copying it directly. We're just going to be doing something similar, and I do quite like that color palette, which is why we've headed off to go get ourselves some mangrove. But we're going to start here just by putting down a little bit of a base, because once we've got a basic shape in, we should be able to work out the rest of the boat quite easily, hopefully. Well, it's a little bit bigger than I was intending, but I think for a frame that would do quite nicely. Let's pick up these blocks. We can't afford to waste anything at this stage in the game. And you may notice I've got a big gap at the back here, and that's because I want to put in some water wheels, which we could potentially use for a little bit of power if I think we're going to need it, which, well, I mean, I don't really know if we are or not, but it's nice to have, I guess. And besides that, it should look quite good. But now I think it's time for some mangrove, and we're just going to block out the frame. So for now, I'm just going to do it all in planks, probably some stairs, maybe a few slabs, and we'll worry about texture at the end. For now, we just need to get this looking a little bit more like a boat. Well, I've just jumped into free cam to get a better look, and I think the hull is looking pretty good, looking nice and solid, although, yeah, gonna sink like that. But luckily we picked up a whole bunch of sand earlier, so I think I'm just gonna use that in the hull. And oi, that was rude, Renee. Rennie? I don't even know how to say your name. But if we take this sand, and I think I need to make myself a new shovel. Nope, I've already made one. But I think this is gonna be the quickest way to get that drained out. 5 minutes later, we now have a boat that's not sinking. Much better. And I know the back here looks really weird. It's because I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do the water wheels yet. And in fact, maybe that's what we should do now. Which means I'm going to need those shafts and probably some more. Did I make any more alloy? I did not. So we're going to make more andesite alloy if I've got any andesite anywhere. Maybe? Oh, yep, there it is. So we'll get a couple more shafts, and then we'll make ourselves a bunch of these, and then we're going to make those nice and big. Now, as I say, I haven't quite worked out how I want to do these yet, so that's going to be a little bit close. Maybe if we put them in like this. And I guess I'm going to want a couple of gearboxes, so let's grab some planks, make a bunch of cogs, and we're going to need one more andesite casing, so we'll strip that log, apply that, and that should do it. To make gearboxes, we're just going to do that. And we'll stick one of those on each side, and then that's how we're going to attach it to the boat. So we'll just bring this bar this way, and then we'll do the same on this side to get the shafts in. And I have no idea what we're going to do with it from there, but I think we're going to need some more andesite casings, which means we're going to need more alloy. We've only got one left, so I guess I'm going to go into the mines. I'm going to get myself a little bit more of that stuff, and I'm also going to work out how we're going to put the deck of the ship in as well. So hopefully when I bring you back, this is going to look a little bit more solid. And there we go, that's looking much better. We've got a deck on the boat, and I also built myself a small dock because I kept falling in the water trying to get onto it. It's nothing fancy, but it'll do for now. And down here, look how much space we've got. This ship is absolutely massive. It's about twice the size I was intending to make it, but I think it works pretty well. I just need to build some kind of structure on the back here now to tie it all together. And of course, I've got a whole lot of texturing to do. In fact, I think I might do that texturing first. But one thing I'm going to need to do to make that possible is to make myself a carpenter's workbench, which thankfully is quite easy to do. And we'll just stick that on the dock here so it's handy for me for now. But what that allows us to do is to get lots of different variants of, well, every type of wood. So logs, we can get planks, we can even change trapdoors and things like that. So we're going to use some of those variants for a bit of basic texture. And I think I'm also going to mix in some red terracotta and maybe even some netherrack. But I don't really want to go to the nether yet. So in order to get netherrack, I think we're going to go raid a couple of the portals we've seen laying about. I'm pretty sure there's one not too far offshore. Is that it? Looks like it. Looks like a big one as well. So let's head over there and see if we can steal ourselves a bit of netherrack. Yep, look at that. There's loads of the stuff. As long as we stay on these magma blocks, we should be okay for air. Right, so I've got a bunch of netherrack, and if you follow my last series, you may actually be wondering why I've only used default Minecraft blocks and shapes in this. You may notice I've not used any of the sort of angled blocks and things like that, and that's because I've removed framed blocks. It's not in this pack. But that's mainly because I was relying way too much on the angled blocks themselves, and I wasn't really using my imagination or general Minecraft blocks to try and solve my problems. But what I do have instead is Copycats Plus. So if we have a quick look for that, Help if I could type it properly. And this basically still means that we can put textures in different blocks, such as slabs and stairs and angled stairs and things like that, but it's a little bit more create related. And we don't have any more cursed angled blocks. So I am still going to be able to apply texture to stairs and things like that, but as I say, no angles, no creepy cursed angles, which I may come to regret later, but I think it's going to expand our options a little bit more in regards to creativity. And well, ideally, that's what we want from Minecraft, right? So these are the copycat blocks we have available to us. And for now, I just want to grab myself some slabs and some stairs. And that means I can do this and actually sort of texture some of the stairs and the bits that aren't just solid blocks with blocks that don't normally have stair variants. But anyway, enough waffle, I've got lots of texturing to do. I'll bring you back in once this is hopefully looking a little bit nicer. I've applied some basic texture to the deck, and as you can see, I've also started to mark out where I'm going to put a couple of buildings, or at least like housey type bits, I guess, on the back here. And down here, I've just put in a couple of pillars so we can see what we're working with, because, well, we need some structural support on this boat after all. I've also stuck a wheel on the side, but I'm not sure I'm going to keep that. I kind of like it, but it also doesn't really make sense when we've got spinning wheels at the back, but yeah, we'll see. But I think it makes sense for the next thing I do to be to actually get these sort of little building-y bits on the side of the boat. So we'll start by getting some pillars in. And to be honest, I think I'm just going to keep this as a sort of single-story building. I don't think it needs any more than that. So something about that size should do it. I just need to choose what blocks I actually want to build this out of. And eat some food, because I'm running around incredibly slowly. And I'm thinking maybe we can do some white terracotta and potentially a little bit of brick, which means we need to cook up some clay balls. And I think I want to mix in a little bit of granite as well, which we don't actually have. So if I go down here, hopefully we can find a patch. Sure, I saw some somewhere near that andesite. Yep, here we go. Let's just steal a bunch of this. All right, so maybe we can use the white terracotta at the back here for this small little sticky outy bits. As it is quite bright, it's going to contrast quite a lot with what we've already got going on. I think I'm also going to need myself a mason's table. So, okay, yep, that's fairly straightforward. Just need to grab some of those, make ourselves a crafting table, grab some logs, and oh, we need a little bit more iron. Uh-oh. Okay, we've got some in here. That was close. Thought we were in trouble a bit there. So we'll just stick down a mason's table, and it has actually occurred to me these tables look different to what they did last series. I like them. They look a lot more Minecrafty. But anyway, let's get this all blocked out. And let's see how our clay's cooking up. I really want some bricks. So I want to see how these are going to sit alongside the granite. Not as well as I was hoping. Maybe I need to see if there's a smaller granite brick than that. Looks like there is. Let's try these ones. Size-wise, that definitely matches a lot better. Let's rip all this out and relay it then, I guess. Maybe we can mix in just a little bit of terracotta in some of the corners as well. That might work, but I still need more bricks. All right, that's coming along, but it does look quite noisy. I'm wondering if maybe a couple of these sanded granite could kind of tone that down a bit. Okay, yeah, that's better. Softens it up a little bit. And I should probably also start thinking about the roofs, because I want to use copper, which means we're probably going to need to go get a bit more copper, but I want to age it because I want it to be the kind of cyan type color. So if we get this cooked up and at least start the aging process, once we've got a couple of bits that have turned and oxidized, then we can sort of build with it, and it should all gradually turn. But yeah, who knows if that'll be done by the end of the episode or not. Probably not. I'm fairly sure oxidization takes ages, but we'll see. The lower roof, however, I might do in acacia potentially, which we don't have much of, but we did come back with some saplings, I'm sure. Yeah, there we go. Let's go grow some acacia, chop some of that down, and yeah, I'm just going to basically play around with this for a little while, I think. I've got some loose ideas in my head, but I don't want to bore you as I try and work all of this out. So I'll bring you back in once we've got some roofs on this thing, possibly even some windows, and then we're going to need to figure out the interior and all this deck space. We've got lots of deck space at the front here, and if Mrs. B's feeling nice, we might even end up with a time lapse here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mrs. B helps me with the editing now. Whoop whoop. Stop the montage. I've just realised quite how much copper I'm going to need, which means I need to go on a bit of a mining mission. I need more zinc, I need more copper, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind finding a few diamonds as well. That would be very nice, because I've had to replace this pickaxe quite a few times, and I'm on about my 4th axe as well. So, yeah, mining mission. Ooh, zinc. Lots of of progress has been made on the outside. I've managed to sort out the roof, although it's still slowly turning, but we're almost there. Sadly, I didn't find any diamonds on my mining trip because I ran into a copper vein, so I just ended up getting all my copper from there, which was very handy. But besides that, I've just added some other smaller details to the outside of the boat. I think turning this wheel orange with this weird sort of acacia texture actually works quite well and separates it from the wheels at the back, so I think I am going to leave that on there. Up on the deck, I've just added some boxes and clutter. We've got some fish boxes and so on, and this is pretty much just going to be used for overflow storage. At least that's the current plan. I've also added a couple of pipes and used some of these bits from design and decor, and I think it just adds a little bit more, makes it look a little bit more creative. On the inside, we've still got an empty room here, but I have moved over my bed, and there's a little bit of extra storage as well, which we're not using for anything, and I will, of course, decorate the interior of this build properly, but yeah, haven't done that yet. You may also notice my windows are slightly ajar, and that's because we've actually got the Macaw's Windows mod in it this time, and that just gives us a little bit more to play with, and brings, once again, just a little bit more life to the builds. I really like that. I think the shutters are from that as well, maybe? Yep, they're also from Macaw's Windows, but they're cool. I like the shutters. Lastly, I've also made a little bit of a start downstairs, just putting down all the workbenches that I've been using. So this is like the tinkering table, the botanist table, the masons, the carpenters, the loom, and of course the glass blower. The only one we're missing is the alchemy table, but I don't have the materials to make that yet. We need diamonds to get a diamond pick, and then we need to get some obsidian. But that's the last table we're going to need down here, and then I've just got lots of room back here, which we're probably going to be using for storage. We've also got an area at the back here, which I think we're going to put in a few create machines, but sadly, I think that's going to have to wait for the next episode, because I've just seen the edit of this, and it's quite long, so I think this is where we're going to wrap it up. But I think we made some pretty good progress for a first episode, and next episode we're in a very good position just to get our first few very basic create machines in. And then we need to decide where we're going to live, but I think it's fairly certain we're going to be over on this island here, especially for the plans I have. This island should be perfect. But if you have made it this far through and you're not already, please do consider subscribing, and you can follow the series along with me, you can play along with me, and hopefully I'm going to be able to pull off exactly what it is I want to do on that island. I can't wait, but in the meantime, I suppose I should probably move all my storage over. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.